Iran and US?
Well, yes. Yesterday I had a very good meeting with Sergei Lavrov. I have to say that we have always consulted with our Russian friends. We have a very good relation, strategic partnership, and we have always consulted with each other regarding all international, regional, and bilateral issues. I met President Putin in St. Petersburg about, I think, 10 days ago, less than 2 weeks ago, and we discussed everything, including the question that you mentioned. We are thankful to our Russian friends for their offer and for their, intention to help the resolution of this problem. Of course, this is something that we have to decide during the negotiations. The subject of our enriched material is a very complicated one, and we have now come to the conclusion with Americans that since it is very difficult, we are almost in a deadlock on this particular question, let's postpone it to the later stages of our negotiations. So for the time being, it is not under discussion, it's not under negotiation, but we will come to that subject in later stages. And when we come to that stage, obviously we would have more consultations with Russia, and we see if the Russian offer can help or not. This is not something for the time being.
Sir, Excellency, leaders from New Tech in India, you were also part of negotiation. My question to you is that what are the main issues preventing an end to the conflict between your country and USA?
I think I already answered that question. The most important question is the question of mistrust, or the lack of trust from our side to Americans, and I explained the reasons of that mistrust. Another issue is, or another problem is as I said, contradictory messages, which has made us reluctant about the real intentions of Americans in these negotiations. We are in doubt about their seriousness, but the moment we feel that they are serious and they are ready for a fair and balanced deal, we certainly proceed in the course of negotiations.
Minister, thank you for doing this. Reza from the Hindustan Times. I want to ask you basically about the BRICS meeting. It's very clear that there was no agreement on the joint statement, largely because of the differences between Iran and UAE. Do you believe that by the time the summit is held in September, you will be able to overcome these differences? And number two, the Prime Minister has just said a little while ago in UAE that India is ready to do everything to help bring peace to West Asia. What role would you like India to play in this process now?
Well, as a matter of fact, the final statement by BRICS ministerial meeting was blocked, or some parts of that was blocked by a member state which has its own special relations with Israel. And this is very unfortunate. We have no difficulty with that certain country. They have not been our target in the current war. We only hit American military bases and American military installations which are unfortunately in their soil. So the only reason they stopped the final statement was their support to Israel and the United States in their aggression against Iran, which is very, very unfortunate. I hope by the time that we come for the summit, they come to a good understanding that Iran is a neighbor. We have to live with each other. We have lived for centuries, and we have to live for centuries to come. Israelis cannot protect them. Americans cannot protect them. That was proved during this war. The American military bases, their relation with Israel became the source of insecurity. Instead of becoming the source of security, instead of protecting them, it was a source of insecurity for them. So these are the realities that they should understand. And I'm sure if they follow the line of wisdom, they will find Iran as a good neighbor and a good partner.
Mr. Foreign Minister, Pranay Patra from India Today. My question to you is that yesterday President Donald Trump in an interview said that he discussed the issue of the Strait of Hormuz, the Iran issue, with the Chinese President Xi Jinping, and therein he said that Chinese President is ready to help to mediate some kind of solution. Are you open to that process, and has the process of Pakistan mediated solution has failed so far? And related question, that what steps are being taken by Iran to facilitate the more or the faster movement of the vessels, those who are stuck in Gulf of Persia, including 11 Indian ships?
Well, the mediation process by Pakistan has not been failed yet, but it is in a very difficult course, mostly because of the Americans' behavior and and the mistrust which exists between us. We appreciate any country who has the ability to help, particularly China. China has been helpful in the past in the resumption of relations between Iran and Saudi Arabia. We have very good relations with China. We are strategic partners to each other, and we know that Chinese have a good intention. So anything that can be done by them to help diplomacy would be welcomed by the Islamic Republic of Iran. Well, we hope that by the advancement of negotiations, we come to a good conclusion, so the Strait of Hormuz would be completely secured, and we can expedite the normalization of traffic in that strait.
From the United Arab Emirates. Sir, today Russian Foreign Minister has said that India should play a long-term mediation role in bringing peace in the region. Is there any complete talk of these lines during your interaction? And also, sir, the second part, what is the status of Chabahar port? Is there any talks on that?
Well, Chabahar port is one of the symbols of cooperation between Iran and India. And we are so glad that Indians played an important role in the development of that port. It is now somehow, slowed down because of the U.S. sanctions, but I am confident that this port would be like a golden gate for India to access Central Asia, the Caucasus, and then Europe through this transit route, and also for Europeans, Central Asians, and others to access Indian Ocean. It is a very strategic port, important for both us and India and many other countries. So I hope that Indians would continue their work in Chabahar port, so it would be fully developed at the service of the interests of India and other countries around. I think India, with its good reputation, can play a greater role in this region to help diplomacy, to help peace, and to promote peace and security. India is a friend to all countries in the Persian Gulf, in north of this Gulf, and in the southern part of that. So we appreciate any positive, constructive role played by India in this region.
که عنوان کرده که ما جنگ رو در واقع برای کمک به اسرائیل و کشورهای حوزه خلیج فارس انجام بدیم. پاسخ شما به این در واقع از کار های دونالد ترامپ چی هست؟
من همونطور که عرض کردم ما یکی از مشکلات این هست که پیام‌های متضاد سخنان متضاد و گزافه‌گویی‌های غیر منطقی زیاد از طرف آمریکایی‌ها گفته میشه که مخالف هر گونه مسیر مذاکراتی و مسیر دیپلماسی هست. آنچه که گفته شد که آمریکا پیشنهاد ایران رو یا پاسخ ایران به پیشنهاد آمریکایی‌ها رو رد کرده مربوط به چند روز پیش هست که آقای ترامپ توییت زد و گفت که غیر قابل قبول هست ولی بعد از اون ما مجدد پیام‌هایی رو از طرف آمریکایی‌ها گرفتیم که مایل به ادامه گفتگوها و ادامه تعامل هستند. اینکه امروز چطوری دوباره این موضوع بولد شده در رسانه‌ها من اطلاع ندارم، ولی قضیه مربوط به چند روز پیش هست. حمله به تأسیسات هسته‌ای ما یک بار انجام شده، مدعی‌اند که کاملا نابود کردن، ولی الان دوباره حرف از حمله به تأسیسات میزنن. این سخنان متضاد واقعا نشون دهنده عمق سردرگمی آمریکایی‌ها هست نسبت به اهداف اونها در این جنگ. واقعا
उसके बाद ये हुआ कि रिमांड के लिए ले गए, रिमांड भी हमें नहीं हुआ और जेल कस्टडी हो गई। हमने 3 केसेस के हवाले से वहाँ पे किया था। उसके बाद ये हुआ कि हमने इसकी हवाले से जो 3 लोग थे जो हमें उस वक्त प्रिलिमिनरी इंक्वायरी में लगा कि उनकी ज़िम्मेदारी है, उनको हमने सस्पेंड किया। इसी तरह से हमने फिर नई एक टीमें बनाई, इन्वेस्टिगेशन टीम हमने बनाई जिसमें एसपी इन्वेस्टिगेशन जो थे वो उसकी